Greetings and salutations, one and all. My name is Michael, I'm the Dead Aussie Gamer, and welcome to Pathfinder 2nd Edition Extinction Curse. We are amidst a hype train, so thank you so much to everyone who has kicked off this hype train. Vortak for resubscribing with Prime. We have McClover with the 100 bits. All Things Fantasy with some more bits. Tony the Tiger coming in with not only their own sub, but a whole bunch of gift subs as well. So much more appreciated. Seagard, also I could see you there. Mwah, thank you so much for the undead bits and the community sub. Freaking amazing. Pathfinder, have you ever found a path? Totally found a path. Found all the paths, reading aloud. I am the Pathfinder finder. I find pathfinders is what I do. You back to the new Kickstarter for City of Mist? Nice, Vortec. Wonderful to hear. I did too, and I'm looking forward to it. Now, guys, why are we here today? We are here to play some games with these wonderful and incredible people, all of which who are Patreons of my channel that help me keep my lights on and continue to do these awesome shows. So let's give them a round of applause and welcome each and every one of these guys. Good morning, everyone. How you all doing?
Good.
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 Yay! Wonderful to hear. Now, guys, because we are a little bit behind, we're going to zip through our introductions here real quick. Starting, of course, with Harlanot the Bard Gnome, Wonder Seeker Extraordinaire, who searches out those people who are in need of a little bit of wonder and brings it to their lives, played by the incredible Schooly Eye. Hello, Schooly Eye.
Hello.
How are we today?
Fine.
Wonderful. Surviving is always a preferable state of being. Now, I suppose the question for Harlanot, I guess, today is, in light of the new arrangements of the management of the carnival, people are starting to rely a little bit on Harlanot as a spokesperson. How do you feel about this?
Looking to shift away from all the pressure that was it Myron was doing, because there's no way that can be filled by one person.
Fair. You know, sometimes the heavy is the head that wears the crown, as they say. So, no, fair enough. Also, real quick, we have raiders who have come in from Scarlet Song. Oh, all the flowers. Thank you so much, Scarlet. Now, guys, for those of you who don't know, Scarlet Song is a wonderful friend of the channel. No, wait, that's not right. I completely spelled that wrong because I am a derp. Hold on. So Scarlet Song is because there's an underscore, sneaky little underscore there. Boom, there it is. Scarlet Song is a wonderful friend of the channel, a TTRPG content creator like myself, as well as a incredible adventure module writer and author. I had the absolute pleasure of being able to play in one of their modules. Actually, it might have been a long time ago. Not too long ago. And it was an absolute blast. So if you get a chance to, please go check out Scarlet Song on this and all of their links. If you are interested in really cool gaming, that's there. Yeah, welcome in. We're doing some Pathfinder. So if you are part of their group, stick around, ask questions, do all the things. Yeah, it was a while ago. It was in the Pungeon. Yes, it was. All right, next on our list of wonderful characters to unveil, we have, of course, the one who pulls back the veil on all things mystery and occult. We have Walter, the fortune teller, a individual who has managed to learn and master the arts of the Varisian fortune telling known as harrowing. This character has been with the circus for quite some time and is played by none other than our dear friend Avarian CA. Hello, Avarian.
Hello.
So I guess the question for you, Walter, is with so many different attacks having come from this strange and mysterious druidic character, what do you think they wanted? Why do you think they attacked the caravan?
Well, they sort of went into a bit of their agenda during the attack. The fact that the town had been encroaching upon their forest area, and I took that as meaning that we may have just been a target of happenstance. We were close to the forest for which they were protecting, and therefore made a target of opportunity. At least that is what Walter is currently believing.
Okay.
We'll see where it goes from there.
Fair enough. Fair enough. All right. Next up, playing the role of Naomi, the stage magician, and her special eidolon celestial, Callisto, is our dear friend Neil from Immersion Diversion. Now, I didn't really do the proper thing, but Naomi and Callisto are a double act who specialize in escapism and, the kind of the kind of like soaring a person in half, the teleporting between places, all of this stuff using their magics and wonders to do this. Though Naomi does have a bit of a condition towards, I wouldn't say stage fright, but definitely an uncertainty about themselves. But is deeply, madly, and insanely in love with her summoned creature. Hi, Neil.
Hi.
Now,
how's it feel to be the summoned creature?
Feels weird. Still feels weird. I mean, only because I always feel weird because it's like technically the summoned creature can't refuse you, so you'll never truly know if you're actually in love or not, or if it's simply it reciprocating it because it must. I mean, that would mess with my head.
That would be.
Anyway, my question for Naomi today is, do you think the druid is gone?
After all that's happened, I do not believe so. I just think they're kind of in hiding. In which case we gotta figure out where they're hiding, and without, if possible, not take any more life. Find out why they're attacking us. In last case scenario, protect the circus. Protect my home.
Okay. I like that.
Yeah.
Next up, playing the role of Mesha, the Nagaji inventor, who had come from a long and far distant land during the travels of the circus and been picked up by the previous backstage builder, construct worker, and manager, and had managed to eventually take on the role of an apprentice, eventually now working as this circus's major repair person and handy reptile. We see this amazing character, Mesha, played by the amazing character that is Rock Protector. G'day, Rock.
Hi.
The question, I guess, for Mesha today is, are you going to be doing anything to increase the defense of the circus in light of the attacks?
Ooh, I didn't think about it, but that's a good idea. Maybe I'll talk with the others and see if that's a good idea, and if what we should do, get brains together.
There you go. All right. I like it. I like that there are plans now. And last but certainly not least, a new face to the circus, someone who had come in traveling from the nearby city, a kobold of some repute, or should I say, a dragon of some repute, as Throvrek, the fire-spitting, fire-breathing dragon, has now joined the circus as a permanent fixture. Played by our dear friend Matt from All Things Fantasy. Hello, my friend.
Good morning. How are you today?
I'm doing freaking awesome, thank you. Now, the question that I have for you is quite a simple one. Now that you've joined the circus and you are officially part of the entourage and stuff, what do you have plans for your big debut? What's your plans for the first?
Oh, nice. All right, so this is going to be great. So Throvik has sent some plans over to Misha, who hopefully will get some bits and pieces pulled together, and then we're going to give the audience a flame show they have never seen before, and hopefully not burn down the big tent.
Good call.
Not burn down the big tent, unless it's we use another big tent and then burn that down as part of the act. I mean,
Like a fake big tent.
yeah, exactly.
We burn
Nice.
the inside, not the outside.
I love it. I love it.
God.
All right, well, ladies and gentlemen, this is our cast of characters, and let's now speed through all of the other introductions so we can get started. First of all, we'd like to thank our sponsors for the show. These are the people that help us continue to do all this fun stuff we have, including, of course, Hero Forge, which you can see already. We've been complimented as the artworks that we use for the sides of our show, as well as the tokens that you will see on screen, such as meow. These are wonderful and amazing, and not only do they make really, really great tokens if you are a pro subscriber to Hero Forge, but you can also get them 3D printed if you play at home. So characters like these, even characters who share bases, you can have 2 characters like I have for Naomi and Callisto. They're available for purchase, and you can get them done. Next up, of course, we have Sirenscape, which is for our beautiful series of sound effects. That is super soft. Let's try that again, shall we?
What?
There it is. All right, boom. For the beautiful soundscapes that make us sound absolutely amazing, but to look absolutely amazing, we have Fantasy Grounds for our VTT of choice. Lastly, our biggest sponsor and the most important ones that we have here on the channel, boom! You guys are our biggest sponsor, and through your donations and through your support, I have been able to do a number of different projects, run a bunch of different shows, and right now, build up my reserve so I can go to Gen Con at the end of this year. For those of you who are going to Gen Con, it's one of the biggest RPG conventions each year. It's set in Indianapolis, so these are my airfares, basically. Basically, I'll be paying for hotels, accommodations, and travel, and all that other stuff. But if I can get help with the airline tickets, that'd be amazing. And yeah, but we're not gonna just ask you for money. We're gonna give you guys some incentives. First of all, you don't need money. First of all, let's start with that. Channel points are available, which you earn for this channel to do a whole bunch of different stuff. Insight bonuses, inspiration, divine healing, divine intervention, a bunch of stuff there. So don't feel obliged to throw anything at the channel other than your lovely presence and your valued time. But for those of you who do have some extra pocket change, we do have a number of rewards, starting with, for $5, you can award a hero point to my players or a jinx point to me. These can allow you to roll with advantage, to petition the GM for stuff, or to stave off a potentially lethal blow from our enemies. For $10, I will draw from a random deck of plot twists. Mwah. These plot twists, I'll draw 3 cards. You pick one of them, and that plot twist comes into fruition, becoming a sort of a shifting thing that occurs, or a boon or a bane to our players. For $20, you can give someone the coveted golden 20, which I already see Seagard has bestowed upon me. So thank you, Seagard. Mwah.
Yeah.
As well as a hero point for Naomi. So let's give Naomi a hero
Awesome.
point. There we go.
Thank you, guys.
For now these 20 tokens are of course a natural 20. Nice and easy there. 20 for 20. Then for $50, we will boost a boss encounter or provide a magic item to a player of your choice. These can be rather unique items. These can be fun items, or alternatively, you can have that item protected by a large and scary boss. We had like a giant rat fighting in one of the encounters. The giant rat then turned into a cinder rat, which basically then spewed out fire and smoke. So these are like, when I say it's a $50 buff, I mean like it's a buff. It's gonna add at least maybe 2 or 3 rounds of very severe combat and possibly take out one of my players. Like, it's a buff, right? It's a big old buff. And yeah, and you go into the wall of oh my god, why that I keep for my players. Like whenever you're like, oh, this looks easy. Look, we're fighting an undead. Boom, $50 donation. Now you're fighting a dreadlich. Oh my god, why? Thank you, this subscriber or this person. Yeah, there's a Brune is there quite a lot, but yes. And lastly, we have our secret menu item. The secret menu item for at least the first segment of the show, at least while we're still in the early stages, is you will get an opportunity to sit down with me for an hour and design and create a character for the circus that will actually become an NPC, get a Hero Forge mini, and be in the game as they travel around and continue to do stuff. So we already have one, which has come from our dear friend Calindria, which I need to book time to sit down with Callie. You know what? I'm just gonna send Callie a message while I remember. Reminder of circus character. Meow. There we go. There, I've got a reminder in. Boom.
Yeah.
But yeah, so yes, that is what we're going to be doing. Okay. Oh, and sorry, I should also point out that the character you make doesn't have to be an ally to the group. It can be an antagonist as well. It can be someone who is trying to sabotage the group. There's a bunch of other stuff as well, so there you go. Callie has just joined. 2 important questions. Has the secret item menu, and if not, what is it? Callie, you already have this particular secret menu item, so what I'm going to do for you, just because you've asked, I'm going to give you another secret menu item. This one's going to be a different one, something special. I am going to give you, let's see. You know what? It's been a hot minute. I am going to give you a dinosaur. Whatever your favorite dinosaur is, that's what I'm going to give you. Pick a dinosaur of any type. Doesn't matter what the CR is, just whatever the dinosaur is. And I will have it simply arrive at the behest of the druid and go absolutely nuts. I mean, like, if it's a small dinosaur, like, the little, like, kind of like the ones that eat sandwiches, like the little tiny ones.
Actual dino or Jurassic Park dino?
Yeah, no, Jurassic Park dino. Jurassic Park dino. Yeah. If you want a brontosaurus, I'll throw in a brontosaurus.
Yes.
You want a
Little
T-Rex, I'll
foot.
throw in a T-Rex. You want like one of those ones that headbutt people? Done. So this is just for you, Callie, only because you've already purchased the secret menu item.
I'm getting flashbacks.
All the flashbacks.
No, to T-Rex.
We did this before on we did this before to poor Matt. All right. Without any further ado, guys. Players, are you ready?
Yes.
Yes.
Then let us
Ooh.
dive into today's game. Now, wait, what's this? No, stop that. All right. Welcome, one and all, to the Carnival of Wayward Wonders, a place that is filled with color and light, vibrance, and people great and small. Massive acts of beauty, of talent, of wonder, and mystery await you around every corner. But this circus is not all well. As of recent, the carnival people have been attacked by a druid, having several individuals become injured. One, of course, being the acrobat, catfolk, who travels with the group. In the wake of this, a meeting has been placed for all of the people who work in the carnival to decide what is to happen now that the ringmaster has been murdered, the acrobat is injured, and much of their belongings, much of their stuff has now been burnt and caught in a fire. Thanks to the leadership of Walter and Harlanot, a decision has been made to perhaps continue their work, to pack down and make sure that they move location so as not to earn the attention of the druid responsible for attacking the carnival. Meisha working hard at this particular fact, as the carnival has been slowly been put away. We now rejoin our group, as I do not remember what the cliffhanger was, if there was one. But we rejoin the group as the carnival is now packed and ready to hit the road. All right.
Yeah. We got
What
some
donations?
We have some donations. All right. We have a $25 donation giving a hero point to everyone. Thank you so much. That is most kind. Let's get these hero points in. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. There they are. Hero points for everyone.
Yay.
And, of course, we have the secret menu item. Callie, can I get you to roll me a D6 in chat, please?
Thanks, Callie.
All right.
Also, could you share our audio with us, please?
Yes, I can.
Yeah, thank you.
Okay. So, with the caravans loaded, and you're all ready to hit the road, these are the last checks that you have in with one another before you move on. Now, as you know, not too far away is a small town, which is where you guys are heading. The town's name is... Sorry, one moment. The town's name is... Abberton. And it is there you're hoping to inform people of the angry druid and perhaps seek some help while you rebuild and lick your wounds.
Yes.
All right. The scene is yours as the wagons begin their this slow procession. Out.
Should I ask it? Did we get a long rest after last night?
Yes.
Case.
You have. Though, while it is, of course, a long rest, mechanically, it was not a very fulfilling rest. As you do recall, there were some very, very cute fae that decided to keep some of the people awake during the night. And, like again, man, most of you kind of really worked yourselves to the bone to get everything packed up so you could set out in the morning.
I will, Harlanot, are you gonna take the lead wagon or bring up the tail?
Probably take up the tail, and I probably try to speak to Throvik as well as the new member.
In which case, I will sit at the lead wagon and can I keep my eye on the road and the tree line as we're going along? Though it's possible the druid has left us alone, it's not entirely guaranteed. I'll put
you
the...
muted.
You've got to mute.
Oh,
Oh, sorry, my apologies.
On a road trip, road trip. We're going on a road trip.
You definitely, all of you are definitely wary. You're all wary, due to the attack, and so yes, all of you are keeping a weathered eye out.
and I'll kind of... I'll make sure that the wagon carrying the tents are interspersed amongst the personal wagons so that they're not all kind of grouped together.
Sure, no problem there.
I'm assuming we're generally traveling alone. There's probably enough wagons that each of us will be manning our own.
No, normally you do man in pairs.
Okay. So I'll put Throvik with Harlanot since he's the new member, and Harlanot will have to go over his act and how he's going to integrate into the show. I will make sure Meisha is riding along on my wagon, and we'll discuss.
Okay, I think I have my own wagon, but I could get
we
one
need
of
to
the other people.
discuss how
Yeah.
we're going to set up, how we're going to lay out. So we'll talk about the proposed site around the town and how quickly we can get the show back up and running.
So is it?
Oh,
Oh, wait,
okay.
no, it is. Okay, I had to think of this for a second.
So I asked one of
remember
the. Sorry, you go.
No, you're good. You go. I'm good.
Okay. Well, mine's quick. So I usually would man my own cart because I have all my equipment in it. So I will ask one of the circus folks, the random ones, to, hey, could you pull my cart for me? I need to talk to Walter. Yeah. that's it.
As I said, you guys do travel in pairs, so that is easy. The person you are traveling with, more than happily, takes control of the reins while you have your discussion.
Was there any damage done to the equipment because of the fires? Like, is there anything we'll need to reclaim when we arrive, or pick up when we arrive in town?
Yes, quite a lot.
Okay, so I will start provisioning the funds from the operational account, and I'll start creating a task list because
you make it sound like there is an operational account and not just a big
No.
chest with money written on it.
Oh, there's the money that we can spend on stuff, and the money we spend on people. And I'll
Mark
start
some money.
formulating a list that hopefully Meisha will have an opportunity to assign someone to run into town and pick up.
I suppose here's the question for the few people that decided to leave, are they traveling with us to town still? Or
No.
did they set off ahead?
The
left
people who have
last
left
night.
the circus are gone. They're not to be seen.
Yeah, I think they left last night.
Yep.
All right. It is a somber discussion that you have. Throvrik excluded, because Throvrik is very excitedly informing of like all the really interesting, fun, cool ideas that they've got. Walter having an inventory check over everything. Now, for those of you who don't know, the actual manning and running of a circus is a highly complex thing and involves a multitude of different things. Meisha, while you do have your tools on your wagon, there are about I'd say about 6 wagons filled with equipment and resources and stuff for setting up all the tents, all the stages, all the props, all the equipment, the high rope, the stage, the bleachers. Everything has kind of been packed away and is around the place, and is quite a long caravan. But Walter and you sit down, you go over the budget in terms of like what's broken. You guys are going to need a little bit of money, and it is going to be very slim pickings, though the last show thankfully did help quite a bit, and actually performing it means that you have something in the bank.
Okay.
Yes.
Do we need a little bit more? Maybe we can make a little bit of money in town and do a small little like street act.
That might be a great idea.
It's not about not that that's a good idea.
Be a
We'll
good
have to
way
sit down and
introduce us.
discuss it with Harlanot to make a choice of who should do the street acts.
Naomi, you and Callisto are among the traveling members of the group who are, the other performers and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Again, you do definitely sense an unease with everyone, like, not only because the people who chose to stay are the ones who, kind of are like, no, we need to stick it together as family, but there are also still some lingering doubts. Some people who basically, it's not that they want to leave, but they miss their friends who, have left, who have traveled on from the circus, and it's heavy. It's a heavy burden for anyone to carry, to lose your friends, because your friends don't feel safe.
Mm-hmm. They just kind
A
of
donation tag.
Hey, thank you so much, Tony the Tigger. Tony, thank you so much for your donation. By the way, Tony, a big shout out here as well. I want to thank you for all of the support you've been giving as of late. Not only on my channel, but also over on my other channels as well with Careful Cantrip and stuff. It is greatly appreciated, and know that you are seen and cared for. Thank you. All right. Yes. So
I just kind of stand up and, to assure everyone that, everything is going to be all right. Naomi just says, well, what did she say? Everything's going to be all right. Even though we've lost some, I'm sure, if we can find out what's going on, definitely we can most likely get them back. They just have to know that this circus is safe. And I know Walter and Hollanot are doing their best to figure out everything that's going to happen, and I'm going to do my best to help them as well. She gets a little bit of confidence, and she kind of stands up straight. Before, she was like a little bit like wary in her talk and in her speech, and she kind of gets the courage up to tell everyone it's going to be all right.
all right, make a diplomacy check.
Yeah. Oh, I'm gonna use a hero point.
All right. I was about to give you one, but I guess I will not, because thank you for Tony for giving a hero point for that one. Yes, Tony just gave you here. No, it's fine. It just means that like you use the one that Tony gave you
gotcha.
immediately.
Nice. Yeah, that'll put me up to a 19 with that.
Very nice. All right, with the hero point, courtesy of our lovely chat,
Thank you,
you
Tony.
have indeed managed to sway their troubles, at least for a time. They feel a bit more at ease knowing that even though many of their friends have left, there are still friends here in the circus as well. Now, further up ahead, you notice that there is a fork in the road. One leads into town, but there seems to be a large wagon that kind of has been placed along the way. It blocks the passage of your caravan towards the town, and there doesn't seem to be anyone manning it. It almost looks like a very ramshackled, almost makeshift blockade of some kind.
And that is how we get an unlimited amount of food, how not? Wait, what's that?
I love how we're seeing this from the very back of the Congo line here.
All right.
This seems suspicious.
It does indeed. And preying upon these suspicions, the five of you decide, because I'm going to make you, the five of you decide to go and investigate, leaving the wagons here as to not walk it into an ambush. The five of you alone should be plenty to either find out what the cause is, or at least to move aside the wagon that now blocks your path. All right.
Right?
Well, we're
I
not going
wa-
to find
I-
out what it is here. But let's get off and take a look.
All right. As you begin your approach, the wagon is, as you can see from its size, so goddamn big. This thing looks like it was put here by, like, a giant.
Whoa.
It's very impressive.
Now, looking at the map, it looks like they're stuck between like two large hill type things.
Yes, two large rises that like sort of lead up to about maybe 40 foot, give or take, with the wagon itself being about 25 foot tall.
Horses can climb things, right? They should just be
Not-
able to walk right over it, yeah?
Skyrim horses, maybe. No, just
It was a Skyrim horse, maybe.
kidding.
Pull out Lydia. And I put all
I
the
checked the.
caravan
I
on
checked
Lydia.
the. I checked the cliffs. Are there prince
Listen,
climbing?
I grew up in the sewers. I don't know how horses work. So,
The horses
Maybe
wouldn't be
some-
able to carry or drag the. They probably wouldn't make it up, let alone dragging the wagons and the supplies of the circus with them. This is we're gonna have to figure out how to move this.
why don't we just go the other way?
Naomi's gonna start making her way around to see if she can see anything at the front.
I
If
inspect the
pulled or
wheels
anything.
to see if they're functional.
Yeah. Nice.
And I think Harlan would try to see if
Sounds
there's
good.
So the wheel does look kind of broken and damaged, and it looks as though it was like kind of rammed in here. Before we go further, I want to ask: does anyone not have a magic item, real quick? Just for the general chat. Throvrek doesn't have a magic item.
I do not either.
Walter doesn't have a
Me
magic
either.
item. Maisha doesn't have a magic item.
I don't.
Naomi doesn't have a magic item.
I think I'm
And
the only one who's had the magic item. 50.
all right, so Harlanot, you've had the magic item. All right,
Yeah.
so we have just been given a donation of a magic item for Walter. We will come through it, but for the time being, Walter, as you inspect the wagon, you do find something that catches your eye. It is a Varisian-styled chest, a box of some kind. And as you pick up the box, you can kind of see it's very, very pretty, very, very ornate and very old. But before you get a chance to open it and find out what it is, because I'm going to invite McClover, if you would like, please feel free to go and check out the Archives of Nethes and choose a magic item of your choice. Or if you'd like to come up with a homebrew item for our fortune-telling character, I welcome you to do so as well, and I will create the statistics for said item. You don't need to worry about the statistics. Just name the item, tell us what it is, and I will provide it to Walter. But However,
Nice.
as our heroes are inspecting, I need everyone to make me a perception check.
You made me roll dice. This is where everything breaks down.
Mhm. No, get on this side. No. Yeah.
All right. All right, some pretty good ones there. Let's see. Let's see how these things do. Okay. Walter and Throvrek. You are the only two who notice that you aren't alone here in the woods. There is something here. Something moving in the shadows. You hear the bushes moving, shaking and rattling.
Are they rolling as well?
Yes.
Nice.
All right. And what you two see are these yellow eyes peering out at you. And scaled, almost avian.
It's velociraptors.
There's velociraptors. Small avian creatures. What the hell? Look, just give me the thing I need. There we go.
Give me it now.
It refuses.
Well, I guess I'm just going to have to zoom in here. All right, there we go. It refuses to give me a good quality version, but there we go. So yes, small avians with what look to be about the size of a person seem to be stalking you and heading in your direction. Okay. Also, McClover has offered Walter the option to pick something of your own choice and on your own devising. So you have some freedom there when you open the box. Okay.
Totally gonna get a cursed item. Deck of many things.
The deck of heroes.
All right. Now, you two are not going to be surprised, but unfortunately, everyone else.
Oh my god.
Yeah, that's too Stradish. Let's move that back a little bit, shall we?
Stradish.
How's this one?
Awesome.
Oh yeah, much better. Okay, so the Velociraptors pounce into action, which we go into initiative. And in addition, these guys get to roll their stealth for initiative.
Ooh.
So, no, that's already fine. They did roll their stealth. Okay, good. So, Walter, you're up first in the surprise round.
Okay. How close is that first one in the bushes?
It looks to be about 30 foot, 35 foot.
I'm actually going to back up to about here, and I'm going to Spirit Link to Throvrek.
All right. As you pull out your cards, the magic begins to wave around you, and once again connects. This time to Throvrek.
Ooh. Oh, that feels nice.
Ooh. Gracias. Sorry, no, Tony. I did forget to give myself the jinx point. My apologies. I did give the rest of your reward to the appropriate people though. Okay. Harlanot, unfortunately, you do not get to act in the surprise round, which then brings us to the raptors. With their claws outwards, they begin to run. They have a 40-foot run and a leaping charge. So 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40. So they're going to move to here, and then one is going to leap at Throvrek.
Oh no!
Bad lizard.
All right, it is going to use its talon. Now you are flat-footed here. Oh wait, no, you're not. You're not flat-footed because you did see it.
Yeah.
All right. So it leaps out. Oof, and will miss. It'll use its second attack, which will hit, dealing a paltry 4 points of damage. The second of the raptors also hisses and will 5, 15, 20, 30 will move up and attack Harlanot. Now, unfortunately, Harlanot, these creatures have pack tactics, which means that they
Do I still get my reaction?
you do not, because you are flat-footed. But they will get extra damage on their attacks as they are pack animals. Ah, that is a miss. I don't like that. Let's go with a second attack. Ah, you know what? Let's burn a jinx point and let's see if we can. Let's see if we can't add to the tension here. There we go. Much better. Much better. All right. As he hits you with some talons, in juxtaposition to the minimum damage it dealt to Talonot, that is 11 points of damage as the talons rake into you. The next raptor. Let's see. How far do I want to move? All right, so it is going to double move, I guess. That'll be the best way. So it is going to double move, and it is going to try its talon out on Throvek. And likewise, it is packed, so it is going to deal extra damage, potentially. Which it definitely will.
Ouch.
For 9 points of damage to Throvrek. One of the other raptors sort of barks a command at the other, and they cross over one another. All right. One of them moving across the field rapidly to here as a double action. Before it leaps at Mesha.
Oh gosh.
As it leaps at Mesha, it will miss. And the last...
Whoa!
And as it misses, it sort of hits the wagon. The last one rushes towards Walter with the exact same intent. And will hit with a critical hit.
Ouch.
Dealing 12 damage. Alright, the raptors are in full swing. We go to Throvrek. Now, I do have to get the door super quick because apparently people don't read signs, but I will return momentarily. So Throvrek, you're up, followed by Naomi. Yes. Actually, no. Throvrek, then it's the actual initiative because it's a surprise round. So Throvrek, you're up. Alright.
Alright. So, Thorvek's not happy that he's going to be surrounded by velociraptors. Not at all. So, well, I'm not going to move because I don't know if these things have attack of opportunity yet, and it'll be bad form for me to move and miss it. So, Throvek's just going to start hacking and slashing. So, the first move he's going to do is he's going to swing his mighty glaive and try to strike the Velociraptor between him and Harlanot. So, we're going to get a glaive strike. 1, All right. It tells me that with a 16, it hits. Let's do a bit of damage to that one. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Not bad. 10 points of damage. Now, he's going to
Which one
swing
are you
again
attacking
with his
against?
second action.
Is that the
Now. Ooh, unfortunately a 15 misses. Now, the third action he was going to do is he was going to glare at the Velociraptor. He's going to glare. He's going to slit his eyes. He's going to go with a disapproving glare. So I assume that'll be a intimidation. And intimidation would be a 15. Does a 15... we'll wait for Dag to put his earphones on.
Also, Thorvik, how big is your glaive?
It is a reach weapon. So, does a 15 intimidate a Velociraptor?
Good question. Let's see.
Especially with a glare. So, would it intimidate him as Thorvik glares at the Velociraptor?
Interesting. Well, the way that intimidation works in Pathfinder 2nd Edition is there is a set saving throw that they get on stuff like that, which is 10 plus their appropriate save, which for this is 14.
Oh.
So, yes, it does.
Ha! So, that thing becomes, I guess,
Shaken.
frightened 1 for the round.
Oh, frightened 1. Yes, you're right. Frightened 1.
Until Throbrik's next turn.
Any glaive?
All right. Which one was that? Number 1?
Yep.
Done and done. It is quaking in its boots.
And,
All right.
That is it.
Brilliant. So the glaives, as they swing through, do not manage to find much in the way of purchase for these hits. Oh, wait, no, you did hit once. Yes, so one has struck and hit the body of this, the Velociraptor. The second has not, however. We then go back to the top of the round, as we are now out of the surprise round, to Walter.
All right. Now there's one sitting right there, and I have taken damage. So we are going to cast Harm. Harm has some options. Let's take a look at if it will let me. There we go. So here's a question. I have the ability Sap Life, which says I draw life force from my wounds as I heal my own wounds whenever I cast a harm spell and damage at least one living creature at gain hit points equal to the spell level of my harm level. Okay, so that would be 1. All right, that answers that question. Okay, so they're all fairly close around, so I'm going to cast the 3-action harm and hit all of them in a 30-foot emanation. I suppose I would also hit my guys with it. Can I spend a hero point to exclude them?
I'm happy for that.
Okay, then that's what I will do.
All right, hero point has been consumed in order to exclude your allies from the onslaught.
Hey.
So that would make them have to do a basic fortitude save. So I would drop the fortitude save on each one.
Just drop it on 1, and I'll say it applies for all of them.
Okay. Failure. So they take the full die 8 damage.
They will take the full damage.
Which is 1. I'll use a hero point to reroll that. I'm going to spend them like water this session.
Very well.
So cards fly out from my sleeves and around my hands, basically acting like little tiny knives, slicing into all the velociraptors around me. And as they do, some of the blood and ichor flows back up and kind of up my boots.
All right, I love it. Fantastic. Also, I can see we have raiders coming in from the Chaotic Neutral Goblin. Welcome in, guys. We are, as you can see, amidst a Pathfinder 2nd Edition game. Guys, please give a round of applause and a big warm welcome to our dear friends over at the Chaotic Neutral Goblin. For those of you who don't know who I am, my name is Michael, I'm the Deadly Gamer. and welcome in for this playthrough of Extinction Curse. I do TTRPGs here, as well as other cool, fun, and amazing things. So follow this space, check out all the stuff, and if you like what I do, just hang out, just chill, be cool. That's all it is. Right now, our heroes are taking the wagon to a nearby town and have found a blockade. But while they've been examining the blockade, they have been beset upon by some velociraptors donated by chat. So there you go. You prepped them from an actual plate. Nice.
So just Harlodot, Throvrak, you gain 2 health. As Sap Life takes 2 health from me and transfers to you.
Oh, okay. I'm feeling a little bit better. Thank you. Means I can keep on slashing.
All right, so that was your link chat. Is there anything else you wanted to do?
No, that's all 3 actions. That is my spirit link handled. Yeah, I'm done.
All right, very well. Swiftly moving to aid their allies, the magics once again swirl around and bring at least a little bit of healing to Throvrak, who has been attacked quite viciously, as we now go to our bardic character, the gnome Halanot, who has 2 of these raptors on either side of him.
Yes, and instead of doing anything, seeing Throvik slicing and dicing behind him, am I able to use my echoing weapon on his glaive, since he's close enough for me to touch it?
Yeah, I have no problem with that. Absolutely.
So as I reach back and touch the glaive, it will start to hum very faintly. So every time Throvik hits, he starts to build up a charge that will discharge at the end of his turn, depending on the number of successful hits.
Very, very cool. All right. So, yep, that's pretty much as it sounds. Your weapon will continue to increase in damage until you either miss or you stop building momentum with it.
Okay. And to keep my buffing theme, which I've been going, I will inspire everyone saying, "Don't worry, we've been through worse and we can get out of this," as I'll use my focus cantrip to inspire courage in everyone.
All right.
Yeah, nice.
You begin to inspire courage. Let's get some heroic music in. There we go. All right. Your words resonate with your party members, and they feel inspired by your words to stick with the fight. And is that everything?
That's all 3. Yep.
All right. The raptors turn as they are ready to continue their attacks. The first goes for Throvrak, who actually this one's frightened of Throvrak. And you know what? These are small enough creatures that you can't hear the music. Let's bump that up then, shall we? Let me know if it's too loud, because I always worry that you can't hear the music or have gone too hard. Clever girl. All right. This raptor is going to disengage and pull back and just sort of arch down. It looks like it's kind of just being wary. You see, raptors, they are ambush predators. They definitely like to get the advantage on attacks. With ambush predators, they do not take risks where they do not find them. And with it being intimidated by Throvrak, this one does not want to take any risks at the moment. So it's going to spend a full action to disengage from the battle, at least for now. Which will also remove its fear. So yeah, it's no longer afraid. This one, however, is going to attack Halanot quite viciously.
Before it does,
Yes?
I'm going to basically give it puppy dog eyes, because I've not been hostile to it,
Okay.
and use my reaction for emphatic plea.
Very nice.
Which is why I asked about the reaction last time.
Yes. All right, walk us through it.
So I need to attempt a diplomacy check. Sorry, the attacker attempts a diplomacy check against your attacker's will. Oh, sorry, I attempt a diplomacy check against the attacker's will DC.
Mm-hmm. All right. Will DC is 14.
So, what is it? Diplomacy.
Oh, yeah. Easy. Easy done.
Now, is it a success or a critical success?
That is a critical success.
The creature pulls its attack, wasting its action, and can't use hostile actions against you until the beginning of its next turn.
All right. Much like the first one, this one pulls back. Kind of confused, it twitches its head. It looks over at the other raptor who is pulled back, who also looks back. It looks a little bit more nervous, and they both kind of hiss at each other, almost like they're communicating. But neither of them are able to fulfill their attacks this round. We then go to the third raptor, who is going to go for Throvrek in the back. With a critical miss. What's happening? Their ambush was so good. All right. Ooh, a magic bag item. Aha. Okay, OG.
Ooh.
Throvrek, you have forgotten, but a long time ago, you used to live among the tribes of the kobolds. The magic bag has provided you with something. As this raptor has tried to attack you, it has scratched and clawed at this leather pouch, which has opened up a foul-smelling type of fish that you found. Despite its smell, it is quite a tasty fish, but it is not for the faint of heart. Its powerful odor is known to peel paint off wagons. Now, critical hit first. 1 to 5. What is our crit?
Let's go to Hades.
A 2. All right, here we go. So our crit card is. Oh, that's poor. That is. It bit your fist. You get to bite his. You get to bite him. You get to bite the raptor.
Oh, nice.
All right. So make an unarmed attack as as the raptor tries to bite you, but instead Throvrek bites it.
All right. Can I use a hero point, please, as part of this bite, to assert dominance over this raptor?
Sure, why not? If you hit, I will have you do it as an assertion of
This
dominance.
is
Wonderful.
as part of the magic bag.
No, the magic bag hasn't even come in yet. The magic bag is the smell, and the smell is going to drive them away as well. So let's see. As you bite.
I'm trained in bites, right? Yeah. All right. So it does say glaive, but it'll be like an unarmed attack.
Sure. That will miss.
11 doesn't quite do it.
No, you can use a hero point for it if you want.
Yeah, let's do a hero point.
All right.
This bite to happen.
All right. Hero point is consumed. Thank you to our chat for that as always. As Throvrek manages to bite the raptor. Now, an unarmed strike that's not been trained in anything in particular, it does 1 damage plus your strength, which is.
That'll be a 4.
Okay, so that's 4 points of damage, but it's not the damage that you're looking at. Firstly, as you bite it on the, kind of on the muzzle, you, as I said, watch as it bites your leather pouch and opens up this bag of foul-smelling fish. But as this happens, it shakes its head and moves backwards in alarm. Firstly from the smell, but then it looks at you and it lowers its head. It now views you as not necessarily the alpha, but as something, again, not worth fighting. To reiterate, velociraptors are ambush predators. Ambush predators do not fight losing battles, and they absolutely do not appreciate when something bites back. So it is definitely uncertain. It is definitely realizing that maybe this is something they bit off that was bigger than their eyes. And that's now 3 of them that feel that way. So this might actually turn the tide of battle pretty quickly. That'll conclude its turn. I'm not even going to give it the rest of its turn. It is just going to step back and revise its life choices. However, the next raptor is not so easily swayed. It is going to go for Meisha again, with talons tearing and ripping, for a critical hit.
Oh.
All right. 13 points of damage as Meisha is cut into. I need you to pick a number between 1 to 5 for our critical effect. What do you have?
4.
A 4. Here we go. With a 4. Ooh, slashing. So, it pushes the target 5 foot, which is unfortunate because it is going to push you here between all 3 raptors, giving their pack tactics an activation. So, it is now going to make its second attack against Meisha. This time with its jaws as it bites into your shoulder. With another hit. For 9 points of damage.
Ouch.
And lastly, with its final attack, it raises both of its legs and tries to rake your body while holding onto your shoulder. Ooh, that's a 10. Let's flick out the jinx point. Let's see what the jinx point can do for this.
Wow.
I mean, maybe something, maybe nothing. Nothing.
Nope.
All right. Thankfully, you managed to survive the onslaught. Your heavy set of tools and your blacksmith apron, which is quite resistant to like cuts and slashes, is kind of protecting you against these talons that are now raking across your body. All right. The final of the raptors is going to go for Walter. It does not have the benefit of the pack tactics because that one at the back is a little bit further away. But he will still slash you with its talons nonetheless for 4 points of damage. Before then, likewise, following the same pattern, biting you, trying to grab onto your neck, which it absolutely does. And lastly, using its other talon to try and cut your belly open. That is a rather unfortunate set of circumstances. As a critical hit, the talon does tear Walter. Now, it's the exact same attack that it used on Meisha, or that the other one used on Meisha. The difference is you did not have that that blacksmith apron.
Apron. Yep.
So that's very unfortunate. Pick a number between 1 to 5. 3, eh? 1, 2, 3. Okay. Well, that is 10 points of damage.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, no.
Uh-oh.
The wound is heavily bleeding. You will take the same amount of damage, which is 10, at the end of each of your next 2 turns.
Ooh.
That's a nasty one. That's a nasty one, that one. So this is a deep wound. Now, you have you have now been knocked out, and you are dying. What this means for our folks playing at home is that Walter is now wounded 1, meaning that if Walter ever goes down again for the rest of the day, he will start at a higher dying value. Right now, the dying value is only 1. If his dying value ever hits 4, his character is dead. What this means is every time he subsequently continues to fall down, he will, it'll be harder and harder for him to avoid death. The problem is that he is automatically taking damage, which means he is going to take at least 2 more rounds of this damage before his time is up. So this might actually be a fatal wound to Walter if he is not seen to quickly. All right, but that is the Raptors.
And I could spend a hero point.
You can spend a hero point. Yes, your hero point stays a killing blow though. So the way it would work is that you would need to you'd have to use those 2 to negate the extra 2 lots of 10 that are coming your way. But you could.
The two lots of 10 occur at the start of my round or the end of the round?
End of your round, I believe. Sorry, let me just.
So
I put it back in the thing. Sorry. Here we go. End of the round. Yeah.
I could heal myself in an attempt to get enough to.
You're currently unconscious.
Yeah, but if I use the hero point to put myself at 1.
Oh, right now? Yeah, absolutely. Yes, you could do that.
We'll give that a try. We'll give that a go.
All right, no worries. In which case, instead of dying, thanks to our lovely audience donations, Walter has managed to hold himself together using his grit, his stamina, and his determination. Walter, you are not dying, and you are only on 1 hit point from that blow. That being said, your next 2 rounds, you will be taking 10 points of damage, and then another 10 points of damage. All right.
Yep.
Throvrek, our fire-breathing dragon, it is now your turn.
All right, Throvrek's going to take a step over here for 2 reasons. The first one creates a clear passage for this Velociraptor just to run away, because you don't want to trap a scared creature, because that's a bad thing.
Mhm.
And then the second one, he's going to hit this Velociraptor over here with his glaive.
All right. Take your swing.
All right. Have one of these. Have one of those.
Nice. A solid blow as your glaive finds purchase in the feathery, leathery hide of the creature. But as it does so, you also notice another thing. As soon as you approach it, it goes... like, you know when a cat smells something it doesn't like? It just... Yeah. It starts making that that sort of dry heaving sort of motion as it smells the fish. Walter, you do as well.
Oh, great.
It is foul, but thankfully it has no effect on you. Because your sense of smell isn't quite as sensitive as these guys.
Alright, so take a little bit of slashing damage. And can I do another intimidating glare on this guy?
Sure. I don't see why not. By the way, if anyone wants to know what the smell that Throvrek is emanating, for anyone who knows, it's called kusaya. It's a type of fermented fish, or surströmming, I think is the Swedish version.
Yeah, I think so.
Okay.
Alright. He glares at him
delightful
with 17
Glaring
I think
eyes.
17 scales.
All right, very well. That will frighten the crap out of this guy. He is now afraid, shaking and terrified of the little dragon. Leaving only one who's actually got the will to fight. If that one can be chased off, this will defeat the encounter.
Is that one close enough to take the sonic damage at the end of Throvek's turn as well? It says adjacent for the echoing weapon.
No, he wouldn't be.
Is that the animal 2 one?
That's only because he's using it as the reach weapon, so adjacent is directly next to him. But it will hit Walter though.
It does have to hit directly next to them. I thought it was within reach of the weapon. Alright. That's the case, I probably would have stepped a little bit closer.
Yeah, sure. No worries. Yeah. If you get closer, then that's fine. Then yes, it will affect him.
You hit once. Do you want me to add the extra sonic damage?
Yes, please. Roll it in chat.
That'd be nice, thank you.
I'll roll it on him if you can. Yeah. All right.
This poor Velociraptor.
Yeah, I mean these guys. Look, these are opportunist predators, and you'd be surprised at because one of the things I do love and I did study, not relevant to D&D, but just in general, was like just the methods in which animals do hunt and gather food and the like. And it was very interesting because with a lot of predators that hunt in this fashion, any kind of injury, one, negates the amount of energy you would have gained from the hunt, and two, may prevent you from hunting further. So they're actually really kind of cautious, and it made sense that velociraptors would equally just be as cautious, where they would be trying as they are to ambush and maybe pick someone off. And they got pretty close. They'd be more inclined to back off now and then hunt you guys over a long distance and like pick at you guys, especially the ones that they've injured. Walter is a great example because Walter is now bleeding out. So you can stay and fight for Walter, or you can relinquish the body, which is what they're hoping you're going to do, and then they get fed, they get to do their thing. So this is probably to our lovely audience, this is probably one of the most accurate representations of an actual like wilderness hunt happening against your party. So just saying. All right, what was the sonic damage? 2 sonic damage? Is that what I'm reading?
It should have just been the 1. I don't know why it dropped 2. Because it's just 1 per hit.
Yeah, I'm happy for 2. I'm not going to fuss. As the blade hits, the resonance strikes at the Velociraptor and shakes it. As we then go to Naomi.
All right, so using the act together, so if I take 3 actions, then Callisto gets 2, right?
Gets to take a 2-cost action.
Oh, okay, gotcha. So he can't move and then attack.
Correct.
I move and then do a thing. Okay.
Yeah, act together is you get to take an action and they get to follow it with an action as well. But the cost of that action is whatever, 1 less than whatever you've used.
Okay. So if I did act together where I would do a 2 action and then he'd get a 1 action, I still
Correct.
get 1 action normally to move, right?
You would.
Yeah, okay. Because I need to get in there.
Yeah, sure.
So
sure.
I just, as part of act together, I asked Callisto to just get in between this beast and Walter to keep it from attacking Walter. So his 1 move action will get.
Well, hold on. Whoa. You need to take your action first.
Oh, well, no, because it said that in the thing, it says that if the Edolan has like a breath attack where it takes 2, then I can do 1. And he can go first.
Oh, so you can interchange who uses the higher one? Okay, yep, no worries, you can do that. So you're gonna move as 1 action, and then now you don't get an action for your act together.
Well, because because the 2 action I was gonna use would be to use Sanctuary, but I have to move.
So that means you need to activate first.
Right.
See what I mean?
I would get. Okay, so you're saying I have to move.
Whoever has the higher, whoever has the highest thing needs to activate first.
Okay, I gotcha.
So think of it this way: act together is you working in tandem with someone. The first person acts with multiple actions. The second person can act with 1 less than that other one used, right? But that person needs to still go first, because otherwise, if Callisto moves and that's an act together, it's only using 1 action. And that means the second person can't. Yeah.
So he wouldn't have been able to move in an attack, and then I would have to just move. Okay.
Well, tell us what you want to do rather than trying to work the mechanics around it, and then I'll help you with it.
Callisto to get in between the Velociraptor and Walter to kind of keep it from getting to him.
Sure.
And then I wanted to move over to Meisha and use a 2-action spell to cast Sanctuary on her.
Okay, is Sanctuary a touch spell?
It is.
Okay, cool. So in which case, the way I would work it is because I don't. Yeah. So you take a move action. Mm-hmm. You then use 2 actions to cast Sanctuary. Meisha, a shield appears around you, and then as part of using the Sanctuary, that is an act together, which means Callisto will move between Harlanot and Thing. Cool.
Walter and the Thing, yeah.
Walter and the Thing, yeah. Sorry, yep.
So as I kind of get down to Meisha, I'm like, just sit for 1 sec. They have to think about whether they're gonna attack you or not. As long as you don't do anything to them.
All right. The Callisto, as he steps forward, is like kind of defensive, but he's not like attacking yet. He's on guard, as it were, keeping an eye on everything. As we then go to Meisha.
So I'm not supposed to attack right now.
You can do non-hostile actions. So as long as you don't attack them, you can still do stuff.
Oh, okay. Well, then...
If you want, you can try and intimidate the last Velociraptor.
Would that still be hostile, though?
Nope.
Oh, okay.
Well, that kind of changes my plan, except one plan of it. Okay, I'm going to use sneering restoration on myself to seal my wounds.
All right, very well. You set off a small, like kind of almost. It's not an explosive, but it's like this this device that's filled with healing herbs and these sweet smelling incense and stuff, and your wounds begin to stitch and heal.
Yeah, I gotta roll it. Die 10. Yeah, die 10. Yep. I heal 5.
Ooh,
Nice.
Nice.
It covers your body, and you feel a lot better, Misha. Okay.
Cool. And then I guess I'll try and intimidate the one in front of me.
All right. Roll your intimidation. Tell me what you do.
So I just like I take my hands and my and I open up my mouth and I growl at it, but with an open mouth to see so it could see all my fangs. Like I got fangs too.
All right.
Want to mess with me? Oh man.
I love it. I love it. Ooh, that is one shy of what you needed.
Ooh.
Ooh. Should I use a hero point?
You can if you like.
Nah, I'm good. Yeah.
Okay. Unfortunately, it doesn't. You do have one more action, though.
Okay.
To try again.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm like, wait, that didn't work. What about this?
All right. You bigger roar, bigger yell. You've added some spit. Ah, so close. You sure you don't want to use the hair point? You got 3 of them. You're fully loaded.
Sure.
All right, go for it. I believe in you.
Okay. What are we? Well, I'm re-rolling again.
You're re-rolling. Yeah, you need a 14. Okay. That's the goal. You're trying for the 14.
You just gotta look at him.
Gotta look at him.
Just stare at him. Stare at that very soul.
Ah, so close. Close, but no cigar.
I wasted a hero point.
I wouldn't say waste. Keeping in mind, this is still you still have chances. All right, Walter, you're up next.
So this is where I realize I forgot something.
Mm.
And it's comical. Throvek wreck, you gain 1 hit point.
Ooh.
Start of my turn, Spirit Link takes 1 hit point from me and gives it to Throvek.
All right, and you're down.
3 hit points.
And I'm down.
All right.
And he's gone.
Do you want to use a hero point to stay alive?
I'm good. I'm good this time. I'm good. We'll play this out.
So, unfortunately, as you take that hit point damage, you then go to wounded 1, dying 1. You then take 10 points of damage and immediately drop to dying 2.
Dying 2. Yep.
And your next round, at the start, you're going to take... Oh, well, at the end, you're going to take another 10 damage. All right.
Unless I was at 1 hit point. Now that I'm unconscious, does Spirit Link fade?
Yes.
Okay.
Is it a concentration spell? Let's have a quick
I
look.
should check that.
Let's have a check. Let's check.
It's not. It lasts for 10 minutes.
Let's see. Yada, yada, yada.
Oh yeah, that's right. No, yeah, you're right. It is not a concept.
If I'm ever at 0 points, Spirit Link ends immediately.
Okay, yep, there you go. Cool. Sweet. So it is ended immediately. Good. All right, fantastic. In which case, with Spirit Link having fallen off, at least you do not need to worry about that. But Harlanot, you watch as Walter does hit the ground. Magical reason or otherwise.
And probably immediately panics, thinks, I can't do this. And will immediately cast Soothe to get Walter back up.
All right. So drop the Soothe healing upon Walter as you begin to soothe his wounds. That is 10 healing. Whoa. Walter, apart from being prone, you are alive.
Sweet.
I'm
All
up,
right.
I'm down. I'm up. I'm down.
I'm a bit sore though.
Very sore.
And
Okay.
I don't like being completely by myself, so I'll probably then move and almost stand over him just to protect the body and get this on the deck.
Okay. Very well. Which brings us, I think, to the raptors. But what should they do? All right. Raptor number 1. He is not... Oh, no, he is afraid. So he's going to not approach. You know what? Let's do this. They're going to make will saves. Will save of 17. It is going to fight. So it is going to charge at Throvrek.
No.
And use its talon. But it's only going to do 1. Oh, never mind. It only needs to.
No.
So what's the next campaign deck?
It's you know what? I've been really eyeing off that new the new Tianzia one that's coming out in October. Just saying. All right. But yeah, so it is considered to be slowed. It is going to charge and hit. So that is all that this one can do. The second one, also very, very nervous. Let's see how this one does. It's also going to turn its attention inward and leap. No pack tactics on this one. So again, also slowed.
I was going to say, does my reaction, can I reuse it?
I don't see why you couldn't. No, not at all.
Try. I've lost it. Diplomacy check against the well DC.
Yep, go ahead. Now, how often can you use that?
It just says it's the reaction because it's.
No, that's okay. Is it a skill or an ability?
It's an ability.
Empathic plea. Let's see. Here we go. Train diplomacy. That you haven't acted hostile towards. Yep.
Because I've not attacked anything yet.
It's true. It's true. You haven't acted hostile towards it. 100%. Yeah, no, this is fine. Yep. So until you act hostile. Yes. Okay. Yeah, make a diplomacy check. That one's not good enough this time, but it still will miss with its attack.
Yeah, 0 points.
It missed, Neil.
Oh, it missed. Sorry, I forgot it was a reaction.
Yeah, it was whether
Alright.
I could really frighten it back off again. It was more to keep it.
Sorry.
All right, let's see how this third dude does. Sees its friends coming back.
Oh.
These guys are just nope.
They're like, we want food.
All right,
So I want to go down. It's like they're weak.
Yeah, that's that. Well, that's probably actually. You know what? That is probably the trigger. Yeah, absolutely. So the first attack will miss Callisto. Second attack will hit, and Callisto takes 7 points of damage as the Velociraptor hits the large Angel Eidolon. This guy is not intimidated, but does have Sanctuary, which means I need to make a will save to break through the
I
Sanctuary.
can drop it on him if you want.
Please do, yeah.
I forgot I had a really high wills thingy.
It fails. It is unable to break through and hits and scratches at the shield that Naomi had put up onto him. And the last guy, who is still afraid as well, let's see how you go. 12 is not high enough. One of them will retreat.
Ooh.
And it's actually the one that Meisha was trying to intimidate. So he yeets out.
Yay.
All right.
Oh, I thought it was...
Throvrek, you're up next.
Throver's gonna turn to the Velociraptor that just went up and started attacking him.
Mm-hmm.
I thought I told you to leave. He's
let me
gonna
put
enter
this on
rage.
Misha. There.
Rage. Done.
His muscles start popping. Everything starts happening. He raises up his glaive, and he's just going to drop it straight on this guy. The Velociraptor that had the brazen courage to walk up to him. How dare he walk up to this to Throvric?
How dare
When
he?
he already told the thing to leave. It's rude. It's completely dead. Does a 23 hit it?
23 will hit.
All right, cool. Take 15 points of damage.
Yeah, all right. It is not looking great.
It's fine. It's about to get Sonic as well.
Oh, yeah,
give
true.
it a second. He's gonna swing
Yeah.
again. Does a 20 hit?
That will hit.
Take another 13 points of damage.
Boom! That one is cleaved and falls to the ground. Nice. As you wipe it out.
Then he's going to just roar into the air, and like bits of flames gonna start spouting off into the air.
All right. And that's your 3 actions? Yeah, rage, hit. All right, done. Naomi.
All right, so without doing act together, then I could have Callisto attack twice if I wanted to boost him. That's
Correct.
one of my actions, right? Okay. So that's what I'm gonna do. I'm going, since I have helped out Mesha now for at least one attack. I'm going to use boosted Dolan cantrip, so Callisto gets +2 to his damage rolls for
Nice.
the whole round, and then I'm gonna have him punch the Velociraptor right next to him twice.
All right.
Yep. Yeah. And these are all the fire damage. Sorry, I didn't.
Yep, no worries. Callisto's first hit manages to strike at him. Don't forget to add the +2 down in the bottom left.
Yep. So it's gonna say good damage, but it's actually, because that's what it is normally, but with the energy heart I can switch it to fire. That's why I said fire, but I don't know how to change them.
Sure.
So
Wait, didn't we have Fire Blast? Just use the Fire Blast damage.
no, because I can change it. That was for the
Oh, the ranged
Fire
attack.
Blast is the ranged attack. Energy Heart just makes it so if he has a good oh, I guess I could have made an attack like that. Oh, thank you. Yeah. But no, so the Energy Heart makes it so that if his melee attacks do or some type of damage, I can switch.
You are trained in your attack, right?
Yes, he is.
Yeah, he hasn't put your training on any of your proficiency. It doesn't put your proficiency.
I don't think it added it in when I Because when I added Summoner, it just it asks me which Edolan I wanted. So when I did it, it added a character sheet for Callisto, but it didn't actually yeah.
All right, there we go. Done.
All right, thank you. All right, so I'll just drop that on him then. Okay. Did it do the +2? Oh yeah, it did. Okay, so 9 on the first hit.
9 on the first hit. All right, very well.
And then... Wait, okay, so the first fist, it says 8 and then 4, but with the fist on fire damage, it says 8 and then 3. Should that also be a 4? Wait, I don't know why the first one says 4. If it's you said it's a -5, isn't it? For the
It
second
should
attack?
be.
I don't know why I'm getting the +4 then. I'll just do the 3 one for now and I'll figure out.
Yep.
Here. 13. You know what? I'm gonna use my critical.
Oh, very nice. All right, burning up that nat 20.
Yeah.
All right, describe it for us.
Actually, well, first I'm gonna put.
Yeah, the music's gone.
So-
Why is the music gone?
when he hits with the first one, kind of grabbing it in with the second fist, he's going to punch it right directly in the nose.
All right.
Ooh, yeah. 19 points of fire damage, bludgeoning.
Nice. All right. So that hit is absolutely going to take out.
Ooh.
You definitely take out the Velociraptor as he hits it, and it just goes down, leaving only
Damn.
2 remaining. Meisha.
All right. I don't. It doesn't say how many times I can use this healing thing. Do you know?
The healing explosive thingy.
Yeah.
Let's see. Ba-ba-ba-ba-ba. Nope, as much as you like.
Okay.
Oh, cool.
All right. That seems okay. I'm going to heal
Oh, sorry, one
myself
sec.
again.
One
So-
sec. I've made the music too loud, that's all. Yep, carry on.
Okay.
All right,
Yeah.
Meisha. Healing yourself again for 9 healing.
Okay.
That's awesome.
Yep. Then I'm gonna move over to Walter, and gonna move for my second, and then I'm gonna heal him.
Was the healing a 1 action? Yeah, it is 1 action. All right.
Oh, there's one action. Oh, okay.
Yeah, it is 1 action.
Okay.
Just burning people. That's awesome. Searing restoration.
Hmm.
Just- That's cool.
Do I have to roll it on him, or how do I?
Yeah, roll the healing on him.
Okay.
Oh no, if you don't, no, sorry, if you don't have the ability, just roll it in chat. Yeah.
Okay, roll in chat. Okay. And Walter, 5.
Walter heals 5. Very nice. Okay. Which brings us to Walter. As you are lying prone on the ground, covered in blood, suddenly, your mouth is filled with healing herbs. The smell of like restorative water, you kind of wipe it off you as you see Meisha having healed you.
Did that remove the critical effect? Because otherwise it'd take 10 points.
You'll take it at the end of the round.
End of the round. So I will use a 3-action heal.
Ooh, very nice.
And that will heal. Unfortunately, it'll also heal the Velociraptors, but they're both healthy anyway.
That's
They are both full health, yeah. All right. So, yep. Roll your healing.
Went way over there. How about you roll in there? 5. So everyone gains 5 health.
Yeah. Nice.
All right. I will add this to everyone.
Nice.
There we go.
Bum, 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 bum.
Done. Everyone is healed 5 hit points.
Yeah. That's
Cool.
awesome.
Okay.
My Spirit Link is officially gone now. That was 3 actions.
It is indeed, which brings us to Harlanot.
Okay, I am going to try something, see if I can scare these guys away.
Mm-hmm.
A dag,
Using another
10
bit.
health.
Enemies.
Sorry, yes?
The 10 damage at the end of the round.
Ah, yes. Kaboom! As blood pours out, but you've managed to now stabilize at least a little.
So using a little bit of action and a ghost sound in the distance, I'm going to try to make these velociraptors think that something larger is approaching and they should run away.
Very nice. Let's make a deception or a bluff check.
Well, I think that'll be deception.
14 is just what you need.
Ooh.
All right. Is there anything else you're going to do on your turn?
I'd assume my reaction, so doing the ghost sound and then me trying to almost pseudo react to try and sell it.
Sure. Yep, not a worry. Well, without any trouble, you hear off in the distance. And as soon as that noise happens, the two velociraptors that remain perk their ears up, and without a second thought, immediately turn and flee back into the bushes.
Which direction is the loud roar coming from, Harmonot?
Probably
I was doing it from the north, or that's what I was thinking.
yeah,
All
probably
right.
the north.
Throveric will immediately turn his attention to that and start charging at it.
You charge at a cliff.
Yep. He's gonna try everything in his power to get to that, whatever made that noise. For like a minute.
I pull my camera and record this because that's going viral.
Yeah.
Going, ah!
Yeah, he's like scratching up the side of the cliff, but not making it very far. All right. Well, with the creatures now dispatched, with the creatures now properly dispatched and or running away, it seems to be quite calm. You're uncertain as to whether or not it's whether or not it was because of the wagon being here, or maybe just something else in general. But the raptors, they seem to be, I say, relatively harmless, as in like, it doesn't look like these creatures were like out to get you, like the ones that were commanded by the druid, for example, because those ones were like fight to the death, whereas these you kind of got the impression hungry predators.
I'm actually, Dag, I don't think you'll find the term is mostly harmless.
Mostly harmless. Yes. All right. Well, we've got about 10 minutes, so let's get onto some chunky bits here.
So the road that the cart was blocking, that led to the city, or that led to like an area where
That led to the town.
Okay.
You quickly move the wagon out to the side using many of the crew now that you know that the area is safe, and the wagon is pushed to allow the clearance of the caravans. You start to make your way forward, following the pathway continuing, and as you do so, you, sure enough, find yourself in what looks to be a beautiful and ramshackled town. Let me just get this going real quick. Here we go. All right. The town that you see before you is very, very small indeed. It seems to be almost like one of these pioneering kind of towns where, despite the fact that Absalom is quite a, respectable, very well-traveled kind of region, this town likely doesn't see much of that traffic, with most of the tourists and the like going to Absalom and the major surrounding port cities. Abberton's place, as we can sort of see here in the image that we've got. Ignore the confrontation. I just wanted to give you like a sign of like, kind of the village and the town, like you can see like the ground is dry and dusty. You can see that the buildings are, there's a few of them, and the townsfolk are very simple. But as you arrive, you can sense that there's trouble in the air. People who you can recognize from your circus adventures, your trip here, seem to recognize you. Some of them seem to, like, especially the children, seem to treat you with wonder, whereas some of the adults are giving you a bit of a side eye. Eventually, as you begin to find yourself a nice place to put yourself this is near the roadside tavern. You can also see there's an isolated barn just kind of a short distance away that you can, like, put some of the animals and things like that. But as you arrive in town, you receive a letter. It comes from the people who the professor had sent to go and scout the town the previous night. It says that the mayor wishes to speak with the people who will represent the carnival. It is an urgent matter and cannot be delayed.
I'm going to
Alright.
presume that Walter and Harnott are going to be pushed to the
Well,
floor.
it looks like it's up to us. So,
I think before we go, we'd probably tell the rest to start prepping. And the reason I was going to get Throvik on the wagon was to suggest he find a suitable mentor from one of the seasoned performers. And
I
whether that-
would recommend that he seeks out the snake charmer.
that's who I was going to recommend as well, believe it or not.
Mentor.
Yes, just to
Mentor.
someone to introduce you to the ways of the theatrical performance, how to present yourself. You saw how
Throvik will look down at Throvik will look down at himself and then look back at you with like a really.
more so the crowd can appreciate the spectacle without being harmed. Some of us have got a bit of experience in how to balance that line, and everyone that's come in here has always had someone to guide them when they first joined.
So it's like a rite of passage thing.
Yes.
Oh
For-
yeah,
for-
alright, yep. Cool.
For some of us, it was Myron, and obviously that's not possible. He probably would have been the one that would have given this sort of introduction and process at the time, but one of the more senior entertainers would probably help guide you and probably let you go and do that while we deal with the mayor.
So you want me to stay here at camp whilst you go talk to the mayor, right?
Yes, I think.
And
Is that how we're gonna
Ignatius
do it? We're gonna-
start planning on unpacking the wagons and consult the snake charmer and the animal. I want to call him Celestine, but I don't think his name is Celestine. I'm terrible with names. About
No, it was Celestine, the bistro.
Well,
Beast charmer.
Yeah.
To
Well-
choose a location, a suitable location. They've been with the circus for a very long time, so they'll have an idea of what would make a good location for setting up. And then Meisha should work with them to get things unpacked
Well-
and start the prep.
So real quick, you did realize that the place where you were was the appropriate location.
yeah.
I know.
Yeah.
So-
Yeah,
so
we gotta
being-
do.
Yeah, being this close to town, it's kind of like a faux pas for circuses to build so close, because it would be disruptive day and night to the goings-ons of the town. It's not well seen after. You've packed up and you are preparing to leave the region more than you are setting up here to do a night. But that being said, what you would to take a small adjustment, what you would be looking at doing is creating a series of sort of small stage shows, like busking kind of thing. That is the other side of what you were doing, rather than bringing up the big top. This is less disruptive and works during business hours as well. Much more appropriate.
Yeah, so we'll get them to start picking from the shows that are suitable for this type of venue and can be wrapped up quickly. And Mr. Giggles
Tickles.
Mhm.
should start picking people to do in-town shows, small performances.
All right.
While the two of us go and consult with the mayor.
Now, I think that is a good idea, but don't you think the five of us should go have a chat with Mayor? I mean, I understand. I know you guys are more experienced, but you guys would be hopelessly lost without me. As in, so desperately lost, you would have no idea what to do without me. So I feel like I should come along with you.
I
you been
greatly
to this town before?
appreciate your offer of joining us, but we don't want to intimidate the mayor. And your mere presence would make it a very confrontational environment. Just you walking to the room, all eyes would be drawn to you, obviously.
Yeah, and
So we need you to stay here to help guard the caravan from the people that have been attacking us for the last couple of days. The safety of them is important. And it would help us keep the negotiations more pleasant, non-confrontational, without your obvious prowess being present.
well, if you put it that way, but still, if you go off and get yourselves killed, I will kill you for that. I mean,
And you're
if
welcome
you go
to.
get yourselves hurt, I will cover you with my fish.
I appreciate
I
the
did have an,
Oh,
I did have an idea, Thorak. If you get the snake lady, or I was thinking Hollow Knot to go with you, you would be a great street performer.
Yeah, I used to perform a little bit in Absalom. Yeah, that could work.
wait,
Yeah, one of the
you were
senior
in this
people
town
to be
before?
with you.
You have
All
been
right.
in this town before?
No, but probably on occasion, yeah. I mean, it wouldn't be unheard of for you guys to have been in town, but I wouldn't say you're familiar with
No,
the
I
town.
meant Throwberg.
Oh, Thruvrick. No, Thruvrick wouldn't have been in this town.
Oh, I was like, he said he did stuff.
All right.
here.
Well, at this point, Mr. Tickles. Okay, well, if it comes down to me to decide exactly who's going to be performing on the sides of the stage, I think Throvrik would definitely be a good foot forward. After all, I do like his certain spicy nature. And Naomi, I think you would also be quite a pleasant addition to the side show as well. After all, you know, nothing brings in a crowd than a handsome man and a beautiful woman embracing each other in kind of an inappropriate way for kids. Now, as for the final performer, I think perhaps maybe something that can delight the kids and the like. So I think maybe we'll go with Lunare and Salastane. After all, animals are what people love, and you know, who in town wouldn't love animals?
It's very true.
Okay, well, I'll start the preparations. Misha, do you want to help us set up the stages? I'm sure I've got a couple of handyman equipments here. He starts to open up his jacket, and you watch as, like, rubber hammers sort of fall out, a huge comically large, like, wood saw, and they just start, like, you know, falling out of his bird. He's like, huh? Oh, silly me, butterfingers! And he holds up his hands. There's, like, sticks of butter in his glove. Prop comedy, baby. That's right. This is what put me through college. Clown college. And he squeaks away. Now,
I'm so happy for that decision. That makes me so happy. Right now.
All right. So you guys go and begin your your various tasks around. Now,
Yep.
You make your way to.
I'm assuming before we go to the mayor, we make sure
I wonder
Walter
if I
isn't
can make up.
covered in blood.
I'll change
Yes.
my
I mean,
jacket.
yeah. No, you would have had some time since that battle, and there's definitely plenty of time for you to have like washed up, tended some of your wounds and the like. Don't look at the wounds that are there as a reflection of how many hit points you're on. This is just while we have a little bit of time to do our wrap up.
Yeah.
So. Now, you make your way towards the Founders, well, basically it's called the Founders Hall. Here is where the mayor's office and a couple of the other admin stuff happens to be held. And you see that in here is a man by the name of Mayor A balding man in his 50s with thinning brown hair and a short beard sits by a table. As he stands up to greet you, he takes off his hat and sort of wipes his brow, and he looks you over. He says, "Oh, it's good to see you all here. I heard about the unpleasantness that happened last night. I spoke with some of your friends who came into town, and I've got to say, just on my part, I am deeply, deeply sorry that anyone involved in this town or its hereby did anything to inconvenience you. Thank you so much for agreeing to see me. But where are my manners? My name is Jay Aber, and I'm the mayor of this town. And I saw your show last night, and it was truly spectacular. Yeah, well, you're not there, Naomi. You are going off and setting up another thing. I have no idea. You seem to be everywhere at once over there. Walter and Holland. Speaking of Naomi, I was really hoping that a few more of you might have been involved. From what I understand, townsfolk here they love seeing a good show, and there's just so many talented members of your entourage.
There'll be the other members of the troupe will be, if we can find a new venue to set up, we would be happy to put on additional shows that featured other members of our troupe.
Oh, well, that is most enlightening. I'm sure the townsfolk would appreciate it, and of course appreciate the strength that you show of character in light of the circumstances. Of course, my deepest condolences to your ringmaster. It definitely saddens my heart to have heard about the unfortunateness that took place.
So, what can we do for you, Mayor?
To be honest, I wanted to perhaps maybe illuminate some of the incidents that had occurred. You see, I was informed that you believed that it might have been a druid or some sort of person of the glade that may have attacked you.
Mm-hmm.
Well, you see, I believe in the fineness of our constituents here in Abberton, and there is a group of rather troublesome druids that live near here, the Hermitage of the Blessed Lightning. You see, our little town has been terrorized for weeks from these things, since long before you and your troop had shown up, and I'm sorry, I believe that you may have just gotten caught up in our conflict.
I see.
But, I can't see, one of your friends that came in last night, they said that they suspected that someone may be involved from within the town itself, but I can't see how anyone from our fine town could be involved in such villainy, especially around Mortar. That's just un-Abberton-like, as far as I'm concerned. You see, the Hermitage as well, everything that's happened here just, gosh darn it just seems very out of sorts, We've suspected that something has gone wrong with the druid folk. You see, normally the hermits are kind and humble and pious folk devoted to Gosray, the great lady in the sky and god of the sea. But, their master, a man by the name of Harlock Hamdale, he a fine person indeed, had tea with him on many occasions. You see, he loves animals and nature and such. And it's truly impossible for me to imagine that he is countenancing anything close to what seems to have happened last night. But that does not mean that, the druids and we don't have our disagreements, especially around the logging that happens, as well as the expansion of our fair town.
You said a member of our troop came and visited you yesterday.
Yeah. Two members said that they came from your troop and were checking to see if the town was safe for your visit today. They informed us that they were here under the instruction of the professor. The professor sent them.
Fair enough. So, what are you proposing, Mayor? You were planning on putting on one more evening's show and perhaps some small exhibits and vignettes amongst the town before heading up and leaving and traveling to the next region.
Well, I mean, if I must be honest, things have been, as I've said, quite difficult in town, and the reason I brought you here is because after hearing that you all handled yourself so valiantly against the druids what attacked your home, I thought that maybe perhaps I could offer you some measure of compensation were you to be able to extend the same offer here. You see, well, over the last month, some stuff has gotten really bad. You see, as I mentioned, my friend, Remember, she got attacked by a wild boar on the streets here in Abberton. The miller, Sierra Houghton, their whole family went missing. And, I mean, no one would blame them if they left town, but, well, we feel as though more that they were driven off by several creatures and the like what went into the mill and just caused all kinds of ruckus. And normally I go to the sheriff with this, she's always kept us safe, but, well, no one's seen her either. Maybe she's out in the wilds trying to have words with the druid, or maybe not, but we can't just sit and rest until we know what's truly happened. Maybe you could look into this for us while you're in town. I gladly do my work in trying to promote your show and get as many people to support y'all while you're in town. But, well, if you could. You see, if you do this for us, not only that, I'd be happy to talk to my friend Harlock, the woman from the Hermits, Society, and see if maybe we could find out more information about exactly what druid came after you. And, well, it might even be an admission enough for us to be able to place them behind bars.
Well, Mayor, it's an interesting proposal. I must admit, it's the first time I believe a circus has been partially confused for a traveling guard troupe.
No, I don't mean to imply that y'all are just some wandering mercenaries or that you are in any way, shape, or form anything but upstanding citizens. It's just that, when someone starts telling a tale of, hordes of rats and flaming giant embers burning down parts of the forest, and y'all seem to have come out of that relatively unscathed. Without a sheriff in town, y'all definitely know how to look after yourselves, and that is something that, as mayor, I greatly appreciate.
Well, I'll tell you what, Mayor. I will take this request back and discuss it amongst our troop. We'll set up and do our small vignettes and performances around town for the remainder of today and this evening, and I will return to your office before noon tomorrow with our answer.
Okay.
All right. Well, I certainly look forward to it, and I greatly appreciate it. But there is one other piece of business that I need to inform you of. We now cut our scene here.
Yeah. I was going to ask, while
Oh, yeah,
Helena
go on.
was quietly observing in the back, could I make a perception check and see if he was hedging on anything? Just for my own.
Not that I think you would notice.
Okay.
Yeah, not that I think you would notice.
Okay.
All right. Out in the main street where several little podiums have been erected, you can see that everyone is getting ready for the show. Naomi, your small stage has been set up. Throverek, you've got like kind of this really cool looking demon ring pit with like fake fire around the end of it. Meisha's done amazing work creating you guys each your individual stages. As you do so, you hear a commotion, roaring of a large beast as it seems to come from one of your other stages. Turning over, you see what looks to be a woman brandishing a lion. She is currently staring down Celestin and Iwaki. Now, Iwaki is agitated. Feathers plumed upwards, sort of hissing, the lion equally arcing its back and letting loose these like intermittent roars. As this happens, Naomi and Meisha, you both recognize this individual. This individual just happens to be sorry, one moment. This happens to be the daring Danica. And the reason why you know Danica is because Danica is a member of Mistress Dusklight's celestial menagerie.
No.
The catfolk woman who you had fled from the previous circus.
Oh no.
She looks and she says, "Well, this doesn't surprise me at all. These vagabond street fair vendors coming in to where we have already set up our circus and trying to push us away. Well, we're not going to take this, and we're here to tear down your sideshow." And that is where we're going to end today's session. All right. Well, thank you everyone for joining us today. I hope you guys enjoyed today's show. Did you guys have fun?
Yeah.
You guys gonna beat up some velociraptors?
What are you talking about? I didn't beat up a single thing.
Yeah, that's true. You didn't beat up a single thing. That's true. That's true.
I'll tear down you.
Actually, you'll find I got beaten up.
It's true. That's true. That's true.
Punch a
All right.
velociraptor's head.
Okay. Well, guys, before we sign out, because we are a little bit over time, I'm just going to say this. First of all, I'd like to give a big shout out and thank you to all of our sponsors, Hero Forge for the wonderful artwork, Sirenscape for the music you've been somewhat hearing throughout today, and Fantasy Grounds for our VTT of choice. To my wonderful players, each of which are Patreons on my channel and allow me to do this awesome thing that we do. And of course, all of the wonderful and amazing people who have provided us with donations and with redeemable rewards. Now, there is one last redeemable reward we didn't get to, and that is from our dear friends over at Careful Cantrip, which was an insight bonus. Now, the insight bonus is quite simply this. For you guys and for next week, you know that these guys will not get into a full-blown fight in the middle of town at risk of getting thrown out. If both of you get thrown out, neither of you make money. Bear that in mind as you get into the next encounter. So that is your insight into the rivalry with these dudes. You'll basically have to be careful with them. Now, I'm not going to go and raid today. We're not raiding today. Well, not in the traditional sense. Instead, I want to invite you guys to come over to the Dreaded GM's YouTube channel. Link is in the chat right now, where we are doing a release. We're actually broadcasting, as of now, a premiere of the Jasper's Game Day 12-hour marathon game crossover crisis, where Dread's world crosses with Robert Hartley's world, which crosses with my world, as all of our world building comes together in this big, epic, amazing game that we did last year for Jasper's Game Day. So, yeah, right now it's premiering on Dread's channel, so I'm going to send you guys there. So, guys, you know, go check it out. Go follow the links and stuff like that. Hey, Art Heart Studio, what's up, bud? Welcome in, welcome to see you. We are just wrapping up. But again, in case you missed the link, boom, there it is again. So, yeah, go and check it out. That is where we're broadcasting the 12-hour marathon. Your support would be greatly appreciated. Go there, hit the like button. Know that, you know, like every time you hit the like button, right? Okay, an angel gets their hero points. Okay, just saying. You know, I don't want to pressure any of you. I don't want to pressure you guys. But yeah, all the likes, all of the things, and go check it out because I'll be hanging out in chat there as well for a few hours. So come hang with me, Dread, Rob, and all the other crew over on that. And guys, thank you so much for joining us. I hope you've had a wonderful day. I know I have. Stay safe, stay wonderful. Until we meet again, as always, from me to you, game hard or die trying. Bye, everyone.
Bye.
Aw, thank you, guys. What if you aren't aligned with the angels? Well, then, if you're not aligned with the angels and you do hit that like button, then the Dead Aussie Gamer will, on request, take a crowbar. And you can use your imagination as to what he does with it. Okay, there we go. All right. Thank you, Kyra. All right. Well, bye, everyone. We'll see you soon. Mwah.
Bye.